Let me tell you, don't regret nothing in this world. And there is a reason why I say so. Everything that God do, there is always a reason. And everything we go through as an individual is always for our own protection. You know what I'm saying? Everything we go through in this world is always for our own protection. And you need to understand that the reason why God allows some certain things to happen in your life is because He wants you to be blessed, and He wants something great indeed ahead of you. He have a plan ahead of you. He have a great plan ahead of you. As I was just coming out, I realized something that happened in the past when I lost my job. Because I met one of my friends that I was working with in years back. I remember it, and I decided to do it as a video for you to know that everything that you go through, God have reason why He allowed that to happen. Because let me tell you, sometimes when God causes problem, people always say, why did I go through this? Why am I going through this? Why have I gone through this? What is the reason? This or that. Let me tell you, it does not matter what you go through. There is always something that God uses it for. I can remember when I lost my former job, I was crying. Like, I cried because of some certain words some of my friends said, etc. When I mean cry, it does not mean I cry, but I feel the pain. You know what I'm saying? Because it's also take me time to have this job. But God in His own marvelous way do it in a way that what I have been hoping, believing, expecting for long, I get it all in a due season. So what am I trying to say is this: no matter what happened in your life as a brother, as a sister, no matter what you go through in this world, no matter what takes place in your life, always understand that there is always a reason. Because many of us always focus on the negative. We always focus on that negative stuff. We always believe on that negative stuff. We always think on that negative stuff. We always believe that there is nothing good will ever come out again because of what we are being involved, or because of what takes place in our life. Sometimes we forget the fact that God have a plan that is much more than the plan that we ourselves have for ourselves. Sometimes we forget the fact that the thought that God has for us is greater than the thought we have for our own self. Let me be real with you, choosings. No matter what you go through, always remember, it's either for protection, it's either for your defeat, it's either for your elevation, and it can never be a cost to you. Never. Just remember some certain things that happen in your life in years back. You will understand that at the end of it, there is a blessing attached to it. There is a favor attached to it. So let me tell you, no matter what happened in your life, don't you give up. Yes. Imagine if peradventure, when I lost my former job, I decide to quit. Maybe I start to go out and be begging money, asking for money. I will have never get what I have today. And many of us, the moment some certain stuff occur in our life, the next thing, we start to blame the devil. We start to blame the devil. We start to blame the witches and wizards. We start to blame the demons. Not knowing that sometimes God allows some certain stuff to go through in order for us to get our answer, our prayer being what answered. Sometimes God allows some certain things to take place in order for us to be remembered. Sometimes God allows some certain situation to come upon us in order for us to know how blessed we are. Sometimes God allows some certain things to take place in our life in order for us to understand that no matter what happened in our life, He is always by our side. Sometimes God allows some certain things to occur in our life so that we will know that He is God. You know, imagine when I lost my job. Many of my friends were telling me, what are you going to do now? It's hard though. You better go back to where you used to be. All those stuff. But I did not listen to them. I keep what patient. You know what I'm saying? So let me be real with you. Never you give up because of the circumstances around you. Never you quit because of the situation that is within your circle. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of my friends who leave the job. But today, some of them, I know that they are regretting it. You know what I'm saying? Even one of my friends who I was encouraging every day to do or to have patience, he also have the same thing. We were so happy for him. Because let me tell you, sometimes you have to understand that everything always have what time. There is time for season. There is time for everything. There is a season for everything. Remember that.